Billy, I saw the down, boys. Today, boy. Give me the shoe. I got the shoe. You dumped the mud.
Good thing he's not on the ground.
I got the J.
It doesn't even
Now
matter.
you can't put him on the ground.
Yep.
Fireball.
Damn!
He just started pulling jutsu. He just started clubbing. He said, fireball.
Gotta call it
Happy birthday, dear.
Wow! Ooh, look at that card.
One eternity later.
So, it is Friday. It is a nice spring day. I keep forgetting to vlog, so I haven't been vlogging. And I also still need to finish uploading and editing videos that I have been doing in the past couple weeks, and I'm behind on posting. So I've just been all kinds of stuff. I don't know if you can hear my car right now. Let's see. Here, roll up my window. I mean, you can't hear it as bad with my window rolled down, but my car isn't doing very well. Let's just say that much. It's not doing great, and I really don't know what's wrong with it. And my husband has replaced parts, and just life just keeps happening, and so much has happened in the past couple weeks, which has kind of prevented me from vlogging, because yeah. But then I remembered why I started vlogging. This is my way of being out of my funk and, getting myself functioning, right? So anyway, I am in my car. It is driving at the moment, and I am hoping I don't need to get it towed home, because the last time I took it somewhere further, I ended up having to get towed home. It just makes funky noises. Anyway, I just need to get it figured out. So yeah, I am going to go to Walmart right now because I have a birthday party to attend tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm going there, and they want me to make some mac and cheese because it's one of her baby's favorites. And it is one of my popular dishes that everybody usually requests as well. So doing that, and then I was hoping I can go, places and get something, and get a gift. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Not in this vehicle, at least. Yeah. See, the faster I go, the more scared. The more I accelerate, the more scared I am to even drive this car. Like, I don't know what's happening, and I don't like it. I just need to make it there and back, I guess. That's it. Alrighty, talk to you guys later.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
Okay. So we're at wake up call. I haven't been here in a while. So I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. Got Ayana in the car, and she hasn't slept because she worked until, I don't know. Oh. Sorry, I haven't slept. Oh my gosh. She needs coffee.
Coffee so bad. Well, good morning.
Yep.
I scared you awake. Would you like any coffee?
Can I get a 32-ounce sweet and salty white coffee blended?
Yeah. Shot right now.
Okay. That was a little interesting. I don't know what of that I caught, but that was kind of funny.
I don't know why.
She freaked out.
Really scared me like
She said.
she really scared me like.
Yeah, and she was coming up this way, and I was like, and then I did that.
You know what?
So silly Ayana. She needs coffee more than I do.
Nope, I need a cat now.
Or she needs to sleep. You know, the quality is so much better. Look at the background, like it's so nice, isn't it? It's so much better. It's so much better, except I'm blinded because I'm a vampire. It's too bright. I'm gonna zoom in right there.
I'm tired.
Oh, she's got the giggles now. The delirious no sleep giggles.
Look at my hair. It looks like an armadillo.
An armadillo. It's such a random animal to just.
But does it not?
No, it's Mulan. You know, like
armadillo nose or something like. I thought it was like because my voice is not there.
sounds like a boy going through puberty right there. So yeah, I haven't vlogged in quite some time. Every time I start a vlog, I never finish it. So I don't know if I'm just gonna insert that into one. Oh gosh.
When you straighten your hair and the humidity hits.
I don't even know if it's focused.
Look at Post Malone.
So I love vlogging on my phone because I don't feel like it's like as obvious that I'm talking to myself on my phone. But what I really hate about vlogging on my phone is that when a phone call comes in, like stupid telemarketers, they disrupt my video. And I feel like I'm gonna get carbon monoxide poisoning, so I'm just gonna roll down my window.
How do you turn this off?
It's off. It's just the exhaust.
That's what happened in my Mercury.
So anyway, it's been hell of a week. I don't know. Hell of a week. It's been a hell of freaking 2 weeks or a year, or I don't even know. But during the last 2 weeks has just been hell, and I don't know.
Have a beautiful day. May it be filled with gratitude and growth, peace and progress, healing and happiness.
So anyway, we are getting coffee because we need it. My car broke down about 2 weeks ago. It's the car that I'm. Oh my!
Your dinner's ready.
It's the car, my car that is actually our reliable car that we pay on monthly. You know, we still owe a lot of money for that car. We've only had it maybe about 18 months, so it's a little annoying that it just decided to break down on me. My husband's trying to figure out what is wrong with it. He's replaced some parts, fixed some parts, did some things, and did all that stuff. So we're just trying to figure it out.
We stalled. That's what happened. We sat here too long. So that means they need to chop chop.
Oh my god. So yeah, so
That's what happened. We just stalled.
we just stalled. And my husband's Durango, which is actually used to be my Durango before this started falling to craps. But anyway, oh, coffee time.
Slightly been awake for 24 hours. Sorry, I'm kind of tired. She's in her delirious moments right now. That's for you. Thank you. Thank you. You too. I'm sorry, Daddy.
We just all kinds of combobulated, my bad. I put you on the desk. Didn't even know what was happening. You know what I'm saying?
Can I go that way home?
Yes, you can. But yeah. All right, we are headed home. And we always hit it when there's traffic. Like,
right when that light turns green.
Anyway, I don't know if any of this is making sense. Like, I don't even know what I'm telling you and what I'm saying, but you know what? Like, it's just been, I'm telling you, like, life has just been kicking me down, but I keep getting up because that is what life is about, right? You have to continue your faith and you have to continue your hope and, you know, just keep going, because if you give up, then you give up on everybody else. And you know, if you know me, I'm all about helping other people. So let's just remember to appreciate life and live it how you want it, because you never know what tomorrow brings. So it's just, as we get, I mean, we're only getting older and not getting any younger. And just 2 days ago was a year anniversary for one of my friends' daughter who passed away at the young age of 17 during a car accident. And then today, you know, my uncle passed away, and in just a couple weeks my other friend is coming up on her daughter's year death anniversary, and she also passed away at the age of 17 in a car accident. So continue your prayers and your faith and your hope, and make sure you always have somebody to talk to. Make sure you get your feelings out, because suppressing it and holding it all in will only make things worse. And know that you're never alone. You are never alone, no matter how much you feel like you are. You never are. There's someone like me out there willing to help, and whether you have them in your life right now or not, you can and you will find that person. So yeah, and if you don't, I will be that person for you. So anyway, we got our coffee and we are now headed back home. Okay guys, what in the world? So I am just now noticing who put this in my hair. Probably one of my boys, because they are jokesters every day, but extra jokers today. So anyway, I just wanted to add a little bit more to this vlog for today. I am cooking dinner right now, and just simple dinner, just ingredients that I had. And I had some leftover ground beef that I used the other day. It was 5 pounds, so I only used half of it, and so I'm using the rest of it today. And I have some mini potatoes that I cut up in half, and some ground beef, and I seasoned it with what I call it pancit seasoning, which is Filipino noodles. But hi, Nova.
We finished under our bed.
Oh, they had to clean their room, and they had a bunch of messes under the bed, right?
Yeah, but we cleaned it off. Me and Kai. So I went in the bed and I started taking a whole bunch of stuff out. Kai started putting
Look at
it
this
in.
stuff that they had under their bed.
And then Kai went
I'm sure everybody's kids is the same way.
And then And then I went under and grabbed the rest of it.
Okay. Awesome.
And now
Thank
we're
you.
done. Can I just use that?
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Now you just have to vacuum. Okay. This kielbasa that I am going to add to this. So anyway, I just put that pancit seasoning in there, and I tell you what it is, but it's kind of my secret seasoning. So I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add some frozen green beans into it. But I'm going to also add some garlic and some pepper, garlic powder and some pepper in there. Okay, so here's what we got. We have the ground beef, beef kielbasa, and mini potatoes. Now, I didn't put any onions in there because we don't really like onions. I like the flavor, so if anything, I put onion powder, but I didn't do that today. I do have garlic in there. I was thinking about adding spinach, but I'm not going to do that today because I only have one bunch, and I don't think that's going to be enough because, you know, I love spinach, and it's going to be a teaser. But I'm going to just cover that up for about 5 minutes. I'm just waiting for the potatoes to cook, and then wait for the rice to finish cooking, which probably has another 30 minutes or so because my rice cooker takes an hour to cook rice. So, yeah, about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna add the frozen green beans and mix it up, turn it off, and put the lid back on and just let it sit there and cook on its own in the heat while we wait for the rice. So, just something simple. Whenever I just want a quick dinner, because, you know, I was on my Instagram story, I was saying how I love this time of year because the sun stays out a little longer, and you know, I love daylight because it's, trust me, I need a lots of vitamin D, but I do live in Washington State, so vitamin D is very good to have around here. But anyway, the only thing about it getting darker later is that you lose track of time. And the next thing you know, it's after 6:30 and you haven't cooked dinner yet, and it's a school night. So that's what happened today. So a quick 30 minutes. It wasn't even 30, it's not even 30 minutes. I mean, you could do this a lot faster. The prep time is about 10 minutes, you know, just cutting things up and browning the meat and, you know, chopping it up. Just breaking down the meat, the ground beef, is really what takes the longest. And then you just throw everything together, so it takes about 20 minutes for dinner. It's our rice that takes an hour. And I did tell my son to cook rice 45 minutes before I started cooking dinner so that it would be done, but you know how boys are. You gotta tell them a few times before they do anything. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the green beans, and then we'll be eating dinner soon. Okay, so instead of green beans, my kids opted for broccoli, but I only have broccoli spears, so it's gonna be kind of chunky in here, but it's okay. We'll make it work. We will make it work, right? I don't know how. How do we mix this up, Makai? Lid on it, let that steam for about 5 minutes, and then we will turn it off. I just wanted to come out here where it's quiet, you know, like I've said before, this is like my quiet spot. So I just wanted to come out here and share a little bit of something. Sorry, I'm gonna put this up so that I can have a free hand. What was I gonna say? One of the reasons why I started vlogging is to kind of get me out of the funk, you know, to kind of keep me busy with something that I enjoy. Because that is truly one of the best things you could do when, you know, your anxiety hits, when you're depressed. You know, you do get stuck in a funk where you can't get out of it and it's hard to get out of bed sometimes. But you also know, there's also signs, and for the most part, you know when it's going to hit you, that you're starting to feel depressed. Like, you know, and I mean, it doesn't always happen that way, but when you have the chance to actually do feel it, and it's why I tell people to know yourself, know your feelings, and know how you act every day, whether you have to, if you have to journal it or, you know, or something, like just remember how you act, because or how you feel. It's not even the act, it's the feeling, because when you feel depressed, you do act a lot. And you know, because most times you don't want people to bother you with, are you okay, or what can I do? So you try, or you don't want to burden people, so you just want to keep it to yourself, and you don't want to speak to anybody, and it gets hard when you suppress everything in. I think this video is kind of everywhere, all over the place, because I did touch base on this earlier today, and I don't know if I mentioned, but, and I'm pretty sure I did, because I didn't get sleep, and the reason why I didn't get sleep is because I woke up in a straight panic. I woke up having an anxiety attack. Like, I knew it was gonna happen, and I could not get myself back to bed because I knew my mind was just racing and my heart was racing, and it was just one of those mornings. I fell asleep last night. I'm not sure, you know, but I woke up around 3 o'clock in the morning, just not feeling like myself, and not feeling good, you know. So I've been up since then, and I want to talk about it a little bit more, especially because I just logged on to Facebook, and I know many friends who have opened up to me and have told me that they too suffer from depression and anxiety, and I have a few that have asked me for advice. And my biggest thing is, if I can give you any advice, if I can help you at all, that is medicine to me. That makes me feel better, because in a sense, it's, you know, I'm realizing myself that I need to do certain things because, you know, I'm telling other people to do it. And you know what? It's okay, because we all have told other people what to do, but we don't follow it. And I'm not going to say it's okay for sometimes it's okay, because we all have to live and learn. But coming across a post on Facebook today by one of my friends, she had opened up and said that she had friends wondering what's been going on, where she's been, and all that stuff, you know. When you fall into a hole of depression and anxiety, sometimes you just want to hide. Not that that's 100% what you want to do, but you just have no urge, you have no motivation, and you just don't have the will to do anything. And a lot of people don't understand that, and a lot of people, you know, put a stigma on it, like, you know, get out of it, a chemical imbalance is not real, you know, it's just an excuse for people to pump medicine into you. But as my friend posted her post today, she had put a few pictures, a few diagrams of, you know, to kind of explain what it is, and, you know, it's cool. But not everybody agrees with depression and anxiety. Like, it's a controversy. It really is. Some people don't call it really being sick, and it's just like, you know, having high blood pressure or diabetes. It is something that makes you just, I don't know, I can't really explain it. But in her story, she wanted to speak out and say, you know, it's okay for people to say, I'm depressed. You know, when you are asked how you're doing, your reaction is to say, I'm good, how are you? You know, I mean, at least for me, that's for the most part what I say. Even when I want to say, oh, day could be better, that just comes out. And just like when people ask you, you know, how you feel, how you're doing, and, you know, you respond and you say, I'm sick, you know, like, it's okay to say I'm depressed. And a lot of people don't want to say it because it's such a touchy subject and some people just don't understand. And I feel like if you've never been through things, that you shouldn't be ignorant about, because I mean, it's not easy to deal with. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you don't know much about it, if you don't understand, don't be ignorant and don't just ignore it. And, you know, everybody has their own opinions on everything. This is mine. Not everybody has to agree to what I say, but be open-minded and, you know, think about others. And, you know, I've always just dedicated my life to always being a helper, being dedicated and being a friend and just caring for others, because it really is what makes my heart happy. And like I said, you know, it's been a tough year. It's going on a year since I've been in this huge funk, and I thought I was coming out of it a little bit. Man, my dark circles are so bad in this lighting. Like, it's so bad. I promise, if you see me in real life, it's not that bad. Well, I don't know. You tell me in real life if it's that bad. But anyway, because I guess, you know, like I said, this is one of my outlets. It's one of my medicine for anxiety and depression. It's for me to brand out there, for me to do something that I'm not comfortable doing and doing something new and adventurous. It's something for me. So I just want, and of course it's also something for anybody who my video may make happy or get some information on. And, you know, I'm all about positivity on this channel, so if I can spread that just a little bit, I'm happy. Because like I said earlier in this video, if you don't have anybody to speak to, find that someone. It doesn't have to be a doctor. It doesn't have, you know, sometimes it's just a random stranger. Sometimes you just have a conversation with a random stranger because you have to. You just have to get those feelings out, because it really is hard to keep everything in, and it just ends up exploding. So I hope that this little part of the video helped somebody a little bit. And if you ever need anybody to speak to, make sure you find that someone. I am open. You can always find me on Instagram. I am Mae-B Artistry, MAE, the letter B, and Artistry, all all in one. There's nothing in between, and it's also my Twitter name. So just shoot me a DM, and, you know, I would love to speak to you, to help you, to do anything I can, you know. Yeah, I guess now I will go in there and check on dinner. I think we have probably another 10-15 minutes on the rice, and then we are ready to go. So thanks for listening, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my Instagram, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to this channel. But yeah, go ahead and do that now before I end the video, you know, because I still have a little bit more to show you guys before I completely end it. But if you made it this far, you might as well hit subscribe and like the video, you know, leave a comment, because I'd love to know who's watching. But yeah, so Thanks for listening. Okay, guys, this is the finished product, and we're just gonna eat it over some rice. So, I already made my kids some plates. So, okay, that is what we're having for dinner. So, it's kind of a late dinner, but it's okay.